just going to set this one over here to the side. So that's 5 quilt tops so far. Here comes number 6. Okay, so let's get this locked and loaded. I have 3 quilt tops to piece in the next 4 hours and 20 minutes. And I will get it done. So here's my big bag of 2.5-inch cut strips. It's full from here all the way down to here. There's a minimum of 200. I'm going to set it on the floor beside me. I'm going to reach down and pull out a strip. I'm going to pull out 40 one at a time. So there's one for the next quilt top. And 2. Whatever comes out is going in this one. It was solid gray. 3. Do I have to use that? Yes, I will. And 4, right? There's 4. Not looking in the bag. There's 5. There's 6. Has snowmen on it. Look at that one. And 7. Right? I can't count. There's 4, 5, 6, and 7. Ooh, and 8. That's a bright one. Let's see here. 9. Oh, it's got woodstock on it. How cute is that? Little wood stalks going in that. Oh, I keep losing my count here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And one more. We'll make 10. Okay, 30 more to go. 1. Oh, another one of those. 2. 3. It's got wolves on it. Oh, I'm trying to get down into the bottom to get some. 1, 2, 3. 4, it's got some hummingbirds. 5, nope, I already did one of those. I don't want any repeats. 5, 6, 7, 'm going to have to look at this so I can put to the side what I know I've already picked out. 8, 9, 10. This has toasted cheese Sams on it. There's 20. Okay. There's 1. Digging for something fresh. Whatever it is, I don't care. So there's 1. There's 2. 3. got one of those. I think I have one of those. There's several of those. Is that the same as that? Yep. Okay. Some big polka dots. Did I have one of those? That looks kind of familiar. Yes, I did. All right. So I have 1, 2, 3. There's 4. Oh, and I'm getting down to some fresh stuff we haven't seen. There's 5. Oh, that's a cute one. Buttons, 6. Seven. Here's 8. 9 has some barns on it. 10. Okay, 10 more to go. 11. 12. No, wait. 1, 2. We're counting 10 stacks. There's 10. There's 2. There's 3. 4. 5. 6. That actually says Star Wars on it. There's 6. 7. 8. 9. 1 more. And there's the lucky winner. And there's 10 for that pile. There's 40 strips. I still have tons of strips. Plus I have a pile in the floor of duplicates of what I have on the table. So, let me pick these up off the floor, get them back in the bag. Okay. Set that one to the side. And we're ready to start quilt top number 6. And I'm just going to put these in one big pile. There are no duplicates. So whatever gets sewn together, gets sewn together. I'm going to push my keyboard back and I'm just going to mix them up like a tossed salad. Okay? And then I'm just going to grab. I'm not going to look at the pile when I grab. I'm just going to start sewing them together. So this one I will cut in half. Well, wait a minute. I thought I had it no, whatever. I'm going to cut this one in half. Just going to go for it. Just going to do it. Okay. I get rid of my scraps from the last one. My trimmings. That one I won't use. There's my half strip to start off with. And we're going to start serging. Surgeon, surgeon, surgeon USA. And now we're on step 1 of our beloved jelly roll quilt, like this. It'll be interesting to see just what this actually looks like. I think we'll all be surprised. It probably won't look too bad. There definitely won't be any repeats in the fabric whatsoever. That's for sure. Okay. Get this back. There we go. You back. There we go. Well, I would have done that, DJ. However, I was going to make so many quilt tops, and it was pretty much going to be unplanned, basically, for each one, that I couldn't do that. I do have sew-alongs in our Altair Angels, Baby Lock Angels group. And we just finished 2. We had a SERGE-A-THON, which was this, and a quilt-along, which is an embroidery quilt top. And we're going to be having more of those. We'll be having more of those. Definitely. And when I do something like that in our Facebook group, I definitely give a supply list so that you can participate and sew along if you choose to. Get my mouse out of the way. It's getting buried. I will click something. I'm afraid I'm going to click off my YouTube feed. I don't want to do that. Okay. Hand cramp. Hand cramp. Da da da. Da 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 da. Okay. There we go. How about some toasted cheese? Woohoo! Toasted cheese Sam panini fabric. Okay. That's what my foot keeps sitting. It's 8 o'clock Central Time. I have 4 more hours to go and 3 more quilt tops to go. I can do this. I know I can. I'm going to do it. I'm determined. Oh, little Woodstock. Roasting a marshmallow. Such cute fabric. It's going right next to these, looks like piano keys. That'll wake you up. Look how bright that is. Woohoo. So Muriel, I honestly don't know what these links are, but they're 42 or 44, one of the two. Because these did not come out of one roll. I cut each one of these strips myself from yardage. From end bolt cuts, from the end cuts of my bolts. And whether it's 42 or 44, quite honestly, that number totally does not matter. Because you still end up with a minimum of 1,600 inches after this step. The important thing is to have 40 strips. That's the magic number for this. Is 40 strips. Hey puppy. What you doing, Popo? Who's such a good boy? Yes, you are. Daddy loves you. You're my good little bobies. Yes. Who's a good boy? Yes, you are. He looked at me and said, Daddy, why aren't you in bed yet? We should be watching Designing Women and laughing at Suzanne, or laughing with her. We will a little later on, Puff Puff. A little later on, we'll watch Designing Women. The only reason I'm digging so heavy into this scrap bag, because I'm almost 100% out of pre-cut jelly rolls doing this. I've got one more set over there that I'm going to use next. For the number 7 quilt, we're using some boutique commercial jelly rolls. Star Wars. Do do do. Da 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 da. And I sewed it on backwards. So I'm just going to fix that right now while I'm right here and thinking about it. Wait a minute, did I? No, that's right. Duh. That's okay. I thought I'd done that backwards, but I didn't. Kitty cat strips. I thought I had one of these in here already. Hold on. I don't want no repeats. Let me just make sure I have not sewed one of these on yet. Oh. No, I haven't. Okay, good. I really tried to be careful to not have any fabric repeat whatsoever. Okay. Snowmen next to the fancy pretty kitties. Kitty cats. Meow meow. Okay. Almost done with step number 1. Yes, Donna, you need to eat, girl. You're a trooper. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah. So, now I'm going to prep all of this for step number 2. Okay, so here's where this is an end, so I'm going to stick it right up here for safekeeping. Okay. And then I'm going to cut my strips here apart as I pull them off the table. I'm going to make a nice neat pile right over here on the floor. And I want to make sure that when I get to the other end, I can just lay it right here like this. So I'm going to put the fabric face down in this palm and just start pulling it off to the side and in the floor. I'm going to make sure it doesn't get a twist in it. We don't do twists here, not in this fabric anyway, for this. Okay. Then when I get back to where I have to cut, I'll just stop and cut and trim again. Okay. Like right there. Okay. So, there we go. And just be careful and not snip your fabric. We're just snipping threads. Okay. And now back to this. Do 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 do. Let go. Okay. Time to do the snippy snip again. Come on, you. There we go. Come on. Be nice. Play nice. Because you have no choice. You're going to be in this quilt top, whether you want to be in it or not, Mr. Fabric. There we go. So all those thread ends right there, Betty, the serger trims them off as I sew it together. They automatically get trimmed off. It's a great thing about the serger. As you're piecing, it trims off all the thread ends nice and neat, and you don't have to worry about it. If you're doing this on the sewing machine, you're going to have to trim all of those as well. Okay. Almost there. A 1 and a 2 and a 3. Oh Lord, I think I just messed up. Maybe not. I may have got it twisted. Oh well, if I did, I did. Such is life. C'est la vie. It's all good. Yeah, I think I twisted it then, and I'm not about to go back and make sure it's not, because it just isn't going to happen. Okay. So we'll find out when we get back to that end that's down in the floor. Now, I'm going to line these two ends up, and I'm going to sew all of those together all the way through. So, it's called a 1600 quilt because right now, before what was I saying? Oh, 1600 inches, then I double this time in half. This is an 800-inch seam we're about to do. This is also considered round number 2, step number 2 in this sewing process. Now, I'm going to get me some fabric. I'm going to take my time when I do this and fold it, because it really does seem to make this step go a little bit quicker. I get about 7 or 8 folds up here and place it in my lap to sew off of. Not perfectly lining up the edges, just getting them close, that's all we need. Because once we have a hold of it as it comes through the serger, we're going to line it up at that point. Okay, so there we go. There's that. Okay. Okay, it's time to get hold on. Please. Okay, so here is where I do have this sewed on the wrong way. I've got to cut this and reattach it. Okay. So if I sew that like that, okay. Okay, so I want these sewn together. I almost guarantee you I have it twisted for sure now. Guarantee it. But it's all good. Yes, we do. And there is a lot of dust over here right now, let me tell you. Okay. Now I will pre-stage some strippies. This is definitely going to be one of my more different jelly roll quilt tops I've ever made, that's for sure. Okay, time to get some more lined up. Moving right along, yeehaw. Yes, I saw that rawhide ditty. I used to watch that when I was a little kid. Sure did. That was a good show. Okay. So another little group to do. give a little room for some more. And it's time to get a few more folds together. Hoo-wee. And yes, there's a twisty, but that's okay. I'll fix that up. I knew there would be. Okay. So I'm going to give this a little snip right here. Okay. And I'm just going to go ahead and trim that. There we go. And now, I'm going to repeat that process. This is the edge that I want to come back up to here at the end. So I'm going to keep my fingers on this side of these two strips sewn together as I pull them off the table and down into the floor. That way I know I won't have the twisty problem if I do it like this. So that was an 800-inch seam, and that was step number 2. Next is step number 3, which is a 400-inch seam. approximately. Yes, I love my Serger. And really, I've had more bodily injuries running my long arm than I have the Serger, that's for sure. Oh Lord. Nope, that's right. It's this side right here. Okay. That side. Oh, I'm so confused. You know what? There's probably going to be a twist in this one too. Because I just lost where I was at. Ooh, focus, Richard, focus. Focus, focus, focus. It's okay. I think it's this one that comes over, I think. It doesn't matter if I have to. I can just snip it at the knot level and trim it again. No big woo. It's all good. I don't know and I don't care. It's because it all works out in the end anyway. Okay? It'd have to be that one, I think. Yes, it would. I think this is going to be correct. Do 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 do. There we go. There we go. All right. And we're on to step number 3. Round 3. Okay. Coffee time. Caffeine time. Okay. That is cold, but I will have to go make some more when I finish this quilt top. Okay. Do 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 do. Here we go. Come on, giddy up. Yeehaw. I'm still here. I'm just focusing. And starting to plan out the next one. Alrighty. After this one, I have 2 more to go, I think. Right. For my 8. If there's enough time before midnight, I'm going to do 9, but we'll see. Not sure. I don't think I'm going to have enough time to do 9. 8 was my goal, for sure. And I know I can do that. Okay. Getting close to the end on this one, on this round. 3 more runs to go after the one I'm currently on. Okay. Almost getting there. Da da da. Da 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 da. Oi. Okay. This one here takes a bit of time because it's you have to unfold both sides to get those to lay in straight. After this one, it gets progressively super easier. Let's see here. Did it? Nope. That is no twisty poos. That's a good thing. Okay. And I'm going to finger press that fold line. I'm going to cut it right at the top of that fold line. To the seam, but not into the seam. Yeah, that's better. Popped. Okay. So, on to round number 4. Okay. Put you right up there just to hold you in place. And this is the one I want to come up like this. So, there we go. There we go. Okay. Round number 4 begins. Numero 4. Okay. This is our mystery, what I'm calling our mystery quilt tonight, because we don't have a clue what it's going to look like. 40 different 2.5-inch strips. Not your typical jelly roll. Do 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 do. Alrighty, here we go. Oh my gosh, I'm having like 60s music flashbacks in my head. What does that mean? I mean, I'm thinking of like the Monkees. Oh my gosh, I haven't thought about them for years. Remember them? I loved the Monkees TV show in the 60s. It was so cool. Now, there's some of you probably out there thinking, Monkees? What'd you do? Go to a zoo? No, it was the name of this really groovy rock and roll band. They were like, they came out when the Beatles came out and got so popular back in the 60s over here. can't like sing to it or anything because of copyright stuff here on YouTube, so I'm not doing that. Have to keep reminding myself. Oh, cool, Betty. How cool is that? Okay. I've seen a lot of people in concert, not back then, but let's see. I think the biggest name I've seen in concert, this was quite a while ago, was Diana Ross. She gave one heck of a, oh no. I saw Diana Ross, and then about, I don't know, 12, 13 years ago, I was in Vegas at the Paris, sitting at a slot machine waiting for a taxi. I don't know why I called a taxi, but whatever. And some promoters came by and gave me 2 tickets to the Barry Manilow show that night. So I got to see Barry Manilow back then. That was pretty cool. He was amazing, of course, as always. But boy, howdy. You can tell he'd had his plastic surgery done, let me tell you. And that was a while back. Love his music, too. Who else did I see? Let's see. Come on now. Get up and get open. There we go. I gotta focus on this right now. I don't want to mess it up. There we go. Okay. We're beginning to approach the end of this run. Yeehaw. It's never happened before. That's wild. Cool, but wild. It happened right on the seam line. How wild is that? That's a first. Okay. There we go. Alrighty. Time to line up round number 5. Okay. I will take a break when I finish this quilt top. Ooh, after this one, I have 2 more to go. I'm going to do it. Yes. Come on. Come on. Come on. And it goes right here. Yes. Oh. Well, I have been getting up every hour or so and walking around, walking upstairs, and but I can tell you this, when this is over with tonight, I'm going to have me 2 muscle relaxers and I'm going to sleep like a baby. I'm going to need it because my back is the worst thing that sitting here this long today has done for me. It has got my back screaming at me. And when that happens, I've had back and neck surgery. When that happens, it is Flexeril time. I've been taking ibuprofen off and on all day too. But, and with the weather we're having right now, that doesn't help the back issue at all either. But it's all good. It is what it is. So you just got to sit back and enjoy the ride. Oh, Betty, I will have some homemade Greek yogurt. That's what we use our Instapot for. We make our own Greek yogurt. Then I have frozen berries in the freezer that I mix in with it. I had ice cream for my birthday, and that's the last time I'll have ice cream until my next birthday. That was my treat, and it was good. Have a new favorite Haagen-Dazs flavor. Salted caramel fudge. Oh, that was some good stuff. I've pretty much come to the conclusion I'd much rather have half a pint of ice cream as a slice of cake for my birthday. That's a much nicer treat for me. I've been doing so good on my diet since the 1st of January. Well, 2nd week of January. because my A1C was a little high when I had it tested the second week of January because of the holidays, and I was not being a good boy. So I am making up for it. Because I will drop my A1C from, what was it? It was 7.4, I think. I will get it back down under 6.7, which is where I normally can keep it. And it's my glucose range is right in the perfect area for that to happen, so. Okay, come on you. Okay. The next time I do a long live stream like this, I'm already thinking about it. Don't know when it'll be, but I am going to do nothing but Quilts of Valor and Wounded Warrior quilt tops for charity. That will be my big thing. That's going to be my next one. But it'll probably be 12 hours instead of 16. Woo-wee. Who doggy? Here we go. Well, I don't know. You never know. Coming up to the end. Okay. And I'm going to finger press this fold line. And then I'm going to snip it. And this is the end of round number 5 on this quilt top. One more to go. Woohoo, one more to go. One more long seam and this puppy is done. There we go. Okay. Get a preview, even though it's one more seam. Not bad. I think this is going to turn out, believe it or not, to be quite lovely. If you like that scrappy look. And it's 9 o'clock. Okay. There we go, right there. This is my last seam on this quilt top, number 6. That big quilt top I did, that ate a lot of my time. Because truthfully, that was the equivalent to 2 of these. It really was, the amount of strips that I put in it. But it really turned out nice. I can't wait to see that one quilted. That one I will put in my long arm to quilt. That big one, for sure. I've actually got a lot of quilt tops to get quilted of my own right now. Oh my gosh, I have produced a lot of quilt tops over the last couple of weeks. I've got over there in a pile 4 more of these that I'm aware of. I've got another 1, 2, 3 or 4. I got a lot of quilt tops of my own to get quilted, that's for sure. But it's all good. That's what it's all about. Also trying to get a lot of stuff made up in case the art fairs open back up. I'm hoping they do this year. Have a big canopy tent to set up at the outside craft, and not so much craft as the art festivals. And I'm really hoping that happens, picks back up this year, because I want to do that. Okay. Now I'm going to fold and finger press this entire line. Then I'm going to cut it, and it is done. Yes, that big one was 2 quilts in one for what I've been doing here. But I have a plan to actually make 2 more quilt tops in 3 hours or so. I have 1 more like this that I'm just finishing. I'm going to save that for last. But when I take my break, when I finish cutting this apart, I'm going to think on that other one, just how I want to do it. Okay. Come on, you. There you go. There we go. Right up to the seam line. And this one's done. So here is our mystery quilt top, which is basically the Jelly Roll Race. I have, hanging up, I have 3 Jelly Roll Race quilt tops done tonight so far. And here's this one.